If you happen to be an unmatched applicant in this year's Match 2021-2022 residency application cycle, then you'd want to watch this video until the end so that you can prepare and know exactly what to expect for unmatched applicants that will have to participate in SOAP. So the NRMP SOAP stands for the Supplemental Offer and Acceptance Program. This is an extremely stressful period because it occurs in such rapid succession and has extremely high demands of applicants so that they can go matched. Applicants who participate in the SOAP are those that are partially matched, such as those who apply to anesthesia programs or those that are completely unmatched. And if you would like to receive help to truly maximize your chances of matching in SOAP so that you can have the best documents presented to the program directors so that they can choose you as an applicant, then all you have to do is send a message to my Instagram account. The link for my Instagram account will be in the description and in the comment section below. So all you have to do is send me a message on Instagram so that we can start your training and preparation for SOAP week, so that you have the advantage and will be more likely to match. So if you are an unmatched or partially matched applicant in the 2022 match week, these 4 days are extremely important for you to know and to prepare for. So the first date is March 14th. An extremely important note and tip for you to remember is that for the match week, all of the times are in Eastern Standard Time. So if you are in another country, it's very important that you mark these dates down and set an alarm or a reminder in Eastern Standard Time. The last thing that you want to do is miss any opportunities or any advantages because you just completely messed up the time. So at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is when school officials can access unmatched applicants reports in the R3 system. So they will have access to this first. Then at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that is when the Supplemental Offer and Acceptance Program or SOAP officially begins. So 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 14th, the SOAP begins. Because this is when applicants learn if they are matched or if they are SOAP eligible and they are unmatched or partially matched applicants. At this point in time, programs also learn if their spots were filled or unfilled, and medical schools also receive a list of unfilled programs. And finally, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is when My ERAS is open for all SOAP applicants to start preparing their applications. So essentially, if the SOAP has ended and you have no interviews, it is fair to say that you will be SOAP eligible since you have no interviews and won't have any programs to rank. So applicants such as those are able to prepare for the SOAP from now so that they will have an advantage when SOAP begins. Because as you will see soon, the SOAP process is very intense and occurs in rapid successions. However, it's important that you are not too eager and take a breath and take some time to familiarize yourself with the policies associated with the SOAP. Because if you violate any of these policies, then you will not be able to participate in the SOAP. One important policy or rule to know is that applicants and their representatives cannot initiate any contact with programs. So again, let me say it. If you or your mentor or anyone you know contacts or initiates contact with a program first, then you will not be eligible to SOAP more than likely because you have violated one of the policies. Well, now you know everything to expect on March 14th, and now the SOAP has officially begun. So now let's take a closer look at March 15th. This is when program directors get access to something called the Program Director Workstation. This allows them to begin reviewing SOAP applications, and programs may even start contacting applicants upon receipt of an application at this point in time. So this is very important for you to remember. At 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 15th, program directors can start reviewing your applications and start contacting you. The next important time that you need to note is 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is when programs may begin creating their SOAP preference list in the R3 system. So this is kind of like their own rank order list, but for the SOAP. However, applicants do not submit these preferences for the SOAP. This is only for the programs. So as highlighted here, you can see that this entire SOAP process is about being prepared and being very proficient with the time that you are given. Because even though the SOAP officially begins 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, not even 24 hours later, the program directors can then review your application, start contacting applicants, and getting their preference list organized. So it's very important that you prepare ahead. And again, if you need assistance with doing this and want to be a cut above the curve, all you have to do is contact me on Instagram. So March 16th, let's move on to that date. So that date is important for programs, especially because this is when they can review applications in the program director workstation. They can also conduct interviews and certify or create SOAP preference lists in the R3 system. So yes, you have to be prepared for doing interviews, for being contacted by programs, and everything of that sort starting March 15th, but this also runs into March 16th as well. So even though programs can start reviewing your applications and contacting you on March 15th and March 16th, the first SOAP round starts on March 17th. So the SOAP has 4 rounds in total that we will go through now. So on March 15th at 8:55 a.m., this is the deadline to certify programs preference list for round 1 offers. So just to expound on this a bit, you will have the list of programs that require positions to be filled, and you will have time to sort out your application, to sort out what programs you want to apply to, which is a lot of work. And it requires, it's better if there's a bit of team effort so you're more efficient with the very short time span that the SOAP occurs in. So for the SOAP round 1, you will formulate a list of 45 programs, which is your own preference list that you'd like to go to. And you have to certify this list by 8:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, applicants receive round 1 offers by logging in to the R3 system. So there is about a 2-hour time span for you to receive offers. However, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, applicants have the choice of accepting or rejecting round 1 offers. So it's very important to note that if you receive an offer and you reject it in hopes of getting a better offer in subsequent rounds, you cannot reapply to those programs that you rejected. So be very sure once you have rejected an offer from a program. Now let's move on to this important point. While programs are the ones that have to initiate contact with you, it is your responsibility that they can actually get in touch with you. The main ways that programs contact you are via 2 ways. The first one is by phone. It's very important that all international medical graduates have a US phone number. They will only be contacting you via a US phone number. They will not be calling an Indian cell phone number or a Canadian cell phone number or any other foreign numbers at all. It has to be a US phone number. There are different services that provide you with the option of having your own US phone number. And it's very important that once you get that US phone number, you put that information in your My ERS application in your contact information section and ensure double, triple check that it is accurate. The next thing or the next way that they contact you is via email. So always check that you have an accurate email address. Have that email open during the whole SOAP process. Make sure that the volume is all the way up. So once you hear a notification that you've gotten an email, you receive it right away. Make sure that they are a priority on your email settings and it's not set to something like junk or spam. And at that point, you'd have missed your opportunity to receive an offer. So continuing with March 17th, the round 2 of the SOAP also occurs on this day. So the second round of SOAP starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is the deadline to modify and recertify your program preference list. So applicants also receive their round 2 offers at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is when applicants have their deadline to accept or reject round 2 offers. And yes, March 17th is a very long day because the SOAP round 3 also occurs on this day. So at this point, you have several chances. So if you didn't match in round 1, fine, you have round 2. If you didn't match in round 2, now you have round 3. So typically they only had 3 rounds of SOAP, but last year they started initiating this 4th round of SOAP so that applicants would have more opportunities to match and residency programs have more opportunity to fill unfilled positions. So let's take a closer look at SOAP round 3. So SOAP round 3 at 2:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the deadline to modify and recertify your program's preference list. And at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, applicants receive their round 3 offers. And at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, applicants have their deadline to accept or reject offers. Now let's look at the 4th and final round of the SOAP. So this is also on March 17th. So all 4 rounds of the SOAP takes place on March 17th. So for the 4th round of the SOAP, at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that is the deadline to modify and recertify program preference list for the round 4 offers. And at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is when applicants start to receive their round 4 offers. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, applicants have their deadline to accept or reject round 4 offers. While at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, programs update their number of remaining unfilled positions on the list of unfilled programs. And at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the SOAP ends. And at this point, the list of unfilled programs are updated to include unfilled programs not participating in SOAP. And at this point, when the SOAP ends, applicants can begin contacting all remaining unfilled programs. So before the SOAP, during the SOAP, you cannot contact programs. However, once SOAP ends at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then you see the list of unfilled programs that will also include the list of unfilled programs that were not able to participate in SOAP, then you as the applicant can contact those remaining unfilled programs. So while applicants who were on match were going through this very hectic schedule of trying to match somewhere, fill a position somewhere, and just start their residency in July or whenever their program started it, the other applicants who found out that they matched on March 14th were patiently waiting all this time to find out where exactly they matched. So you don't find out where you match on the same day. You have to wait and you're not notified until March 18th, which is match day. So on March 18th at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, this is when all applicants are notified of where they matched. If you are an IMG or a US medical student who matched this year, then please let me know in the comment section below. Just say I matched, or you can just leave a comment letting me know what specialty and what state you matched into. And congratulations to all of you. And for the applicants who did not go matched, they have the opportunity to go through 4 rounds of SOAP. If that doesn't work out, so you can start contacting programs after that period to try and fill a position. And the list of unfilled programs are available until May 1st of 2022. So if you need help, I recommend that you contact me on Instagram as soon as possible so that we can start this process together. And click this video to watch even more of my videos that I have made especially for you.